Finn, be ready if it fails on me. All right. I think we're good. Hello. Welcome to the bunker with RSG. Thank you guys for tuning in. I forgot my hello survivors. I am so slacked. Hello survivors. Welcome to the bunker with RSG. I am T McVenom. Stop picking on me with delete. Thank you guys for tuning in. We do this every Friday night at 9. How's my connection? I hope it's still good. I've been having some computer problems lately. Finn's on backup just in case the computer cracks out on me. But thank you guys for joining in. We have, of course, I'm T McV. We have Delete here from 125. We have Finn from 359.
Hi.
We have Mako. Mako, you probably heard his name a couple times. Me and Delete have mentioned him. He's our longtime player in 125 in Law. And he only plays 125, which is rare now for people in this game. Apparently everybody has alternate accounts in other states. But Mako is just ride or die in 125. Hello, Mako. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Mako is actually our resident free-to-play pro. I think you have bought one little pack. We can still consider you free-to-play. You like bought a builder pack or something like that, right?
Yeah, I went 3 months with free-to-play. They got to HQ 26 and was like, yep, and not wasting any more bio caps. Bought the second builder, and I've been free-to-play since.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's doing hella well as a free-to-play. So we thought he would be a good Mako, like the voice actor of Iron. I don't know if that's true. No?
It's with the Y.
It's with a
Mako
Y.
with the Y.
Mako is after your dog. Your pretty puppy,
Yeah.
Mako. But he's our pro. He's my little man with the notepad that tells me all the times and the requirements and how much I need for this building and what the timers need to be set on. He's just on point with all that stuff. He reminds me a lot of Finn. So I thought he would be good to bring on for this discussion because we're going to talk a lot about the plasma. Just a easy back and forth discussion about the new plasma upgrades and that whole new level. So yeah, so welcome Mako. Daedric is on a break tonight. We told him we'd give him the night off tonight because he's been here consistently. I have to say, Daedric hasn't missed. Delete hasn't missed any, I don't think. Daedric might have missed one, but he deserves a night off every once in a while. So yes. Should I go ahead and give out first code? Let me go ahead and give out the first code before I forget. So we do, or maybe I'll wait till some more people get on. How many do we have on? Yeah, let's wait a little bit. So, Mako, what is your plasma level currently? So how many days have you been playing first off? Let's go into that. Do you know how many days?
Let's see. 234 consecutive days since I started.
Nice.
Nice. Very nice. Consecutive.
Yeah.
You haven't missed a single day.
Grind. I have not.
Now, out of those days, have you missed any dailies? Like,
I don't think I've ever missed a crate. Nope.
that's diligence right there. That's the kind of player you want in the alliance.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm. So Mako is an R4 in Law, by the way, and for obvious reasons why. But so what is your star level? And this is completely free to play with that many days. Where are you at right now?
I am HQ Plasma 1, Infantry Plasma 1, Riders Plasma 1, and 3 steps into the 5 on Hunters for Plasma 1. I have plenty of Plasma to upgrade that building, the next event, and 2 upgrades on Hero Precinct.
Man, am I wrong or is that pretty good for a free to play though? To be honest, in 125, I feel like that's pretty good. Now, granted, Law gets a lot of rewards.
He is the furthest I've ever seen a free to play player by far.
I would say so
like
too.
A true.
Yeah.
I think he's kind of. You are definitely the leader as far as overall strength, maximizing things, and getting the most out of the account that way. Finn is probably not too far behind, but he kind of took a master class on State of Survival from the get-go. So
yeah, I agree. And he
impressive.
watches. And the other thing is, Mako always watches all the streams because he'll follow back after. He might not be able to watch them live, but because of work, but he'll always follow back and be like, "Here's another little tip, or here's another little correction for you because I tested this theory and it doesn't work the way y'all thought it did." I always thought it was so cute.
Yeah, there'll be something in like the chat that's like, "Oh, and by the way, this," and I'm like, "That's right. Shit, I'll bring that up."
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So Maz said, yeah, wow, that's a lot of free-to-play power. It really honestly is. And if somebody can actually play this game free-to-play and still get enjoyment at it with the upgrades that we're looking at now and the spending that we have, I think that's kind of something to be celebrated. And it gives Finn encouragement. I don't know, Finn, do you think it's encouraging to you?
I am encouraged.
So, okay. So my question is...
There's nowhere to go after that.
I know. I don't even know how to do it. I don't know how to do it.
You nailed it. You don't need to. You nailed it.
Yeah. So my question is, and you know what's funny is Mako's not far behind me, and I'm not a free-to-play player. I'm not a whale. I'm a dolphin, if at the most. But he's right behind me. I have 1 star on my buildings, but that's it. He's only 1 building up behind me, I think. But anyway, what is the price if you were to buy Delete? I'm curious. From 3 star, so if we got to 3 star to go up to the next 2, because now there's 2 more plasma levels, right? Is that what we're looking at? To 5 star?
Yeah, so it is around 6,600 plasma cores to get to do complete 4 and 5. And then because I'm pretty diligent about doing my dailies, I think there's basically 3 days that I haven't completed all my dailies, and that usually comes around Capital, depending on how much time I have at Capital, because I don't really run my dailies at Capital that efficiently. I did it once during State v State, and it kind of burned me a little bit, so I kind of shied away from doing that. I think it was Mako that was like, and that's why you don't do dailies at Capital. So I've built up, for me, actually, I had so many extra. I think I started off because I was doing Plasma Lab. Plasma Lab is probably the most effective or cheapest way to get plasma cores by far, I think. Besides a couple rates, but Plasma Lab is something that people need to pay attention to because that is a very efficient way to get extra plasma. So I was doing those and kind of completing the task. So when 4 and 5 opened, I had about 4,500 plasma cores, and then there was actually a pretty good bundle deal that came out once it opened that I kind of took advantage of. Plus, consistently doing the Plasma Lab, and I was just like, okay, here it is. I've got enough to just bang it out, and I did it. I timed it during an event, and it was my highest. I think I scored over 14,000 points because I finally got to use all my construction speed ups. I really didn't even put a dent in my construction speed ups. I still have a tremendous amount that'll just go completely unused because once again, I'm back to nothing to build, and I sped through everything. Normally I was like, I would basically wait until my health bar filled up, before I started using my construction timers or all my speed ups. So this way you maximize the help you get from your alliance, and then you can kind of speed up so you could decrease your time. But for that, because construction speed ups were part of the event, as soon as I clicked right through. So I used a ton. But yeah, it was around 6,600 plasma cores. So it's a pretty good amount.
I feel like
I think only about 3. I think there's 3 people that are plasma 5 in our state.
It's you, DT, and somebody else. I can't remember who.
And
Likey's, yeah. So I think somebody posted. I want to say it might have been Maz Kanata posted a infographic about the cost, or it might have been Sweets, of how much that extra 6,600 was, like, in cost, like if you were to buy them outright, and it was a pretty big amount. So Yeah. So
If you're buying them through bundles, it's maxing out every day for multiple days. If you're doing through, if you bought like the plasma bundle that came out or that come out occasionally, and then you bought certain crates of choice and built it up over time, as opposed to just doing it straight through regular bundles, you save at least 60%. You know, Plasma Lab is that much of a huge discount when it comes to that.
Well, it's even better now with that plasma crate, where it gives you anywhere from 5 to 200 cores.
Yeah, I hit jackpot on that plasma crate, and I got 2 out of the 40 I opened, I think, that were 200. So that was huge. I think the average was about 50. You know, it was kind of when you broke them all out. So it was a pretty good value. I mean, that's just luck of the draw. I hope it's just luck of the draw and not like, well, this guy spins, so let's just give him a bunch of ones. So, you know, I spent and I got a couple 200s, and you know, I got a couple ones too, but it averaged out to about 50 per.
Yeah, I got 2 crates in the last Plasma Lab. I got a 5 and a 75. So
I want to talk to Mako about the Plasma Lab too, because you were talking at one point that you were hoarding for it, and I want to talk more about that. But first, I want to tell everybody in the chat hi. Welcome to all those that are in there. Tits of Fury, Wappy, Maz Kanata, Delete, always in chat too. I don't know how you multitask that way. Durgan, Thank Hyrel. Let's see, Zoltan, Adi Perwato. Hello, Survivor. Adi. Then we have Buzzsaw, IP. Hey, all, State 251 here. Welcome, man. Appreciate you dropping in. I'm going to also pop out the first code, which is my little special sweet tits in the chat. Tits of Fury. That's your first code, guys. So go get it. Please don't share it anywhere. Keep it just for the RSG viewers. But Mako, I wanted to ask about the Plasma Lab. So do you have a certain strategy with the Plasma Lab that you use that helped you get to where you are as a free play? Because I never know when to use, when to exchange, or should I hoard them or what? Like, I don't know. Obviously, you can see I don't know what to do with this.
I exchange them every 3 Plasma Labs. So if you spend the 5,000 biocaps to get the extra 10,
meaning right
you
here,
gather research.
This quick access 500 one, is that what you're talking about?
Yep. So you're allowed to get 10 of those for 5,000 biocaps.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get 5 from gathering and 5 from doing your daily infected, for a total of 20. I think they're core or batteries or whatever they're at.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get 3 of those, so 3 Plasma Labs, because they do carry over, so you'll get to keep everything you have from like my last 2. I'm at 40 right now for this one. I usually send them in at 60 because it gives you the 2 crates. It also gives you the biocaps and some resources as well. And then if you look at it, it actually doesn't really pay to go after that, except you get more crates. But it's usually just double, because I think they upped it now. You get the 2 plasma crates, 70 plasma cores now at 60. And if you go up to 120, it's 40 or 140, and you get 4. So it's just double. So there's really no reason to hoard them up to 120 if you're free to play. Just get them at 60, and you get the crates, get the biocaps, and it's the same price. If you do 60 and 60, you get the same amount as if you hoard it all the way to 120. There's really no advantage that I've seen hoarding it, because the first time I was doing just the 5s and getting 1 plasma core, 1 plasma core, 1 plasma core. And then I think somebody told me that you could hoard them to the next one or carry them over, and I was like, down.
To be honest, you get more. Ooh, that was a weird echo. You get more doing 2 uncommons than you would to get another rare, because you get more VIP points too. If you're free to play, those extra VIP points, there's 20 more 100 VIP points. So that actually is a good tip, because a lot of people probably just hoard and save for the top 1 when it's really maybe not the best thing to do when you're free to play. I haven't even looked at the Epic, which is ridiculous amount.
The biggest thing for free to play is you need to look at and plan out. It's all time management, and what do I have for resources? What do I need to get for this? What do I want to get out of it? So that's literally, you sit down and you look at it, and you got to do the math. And that's like I said, you can do the exact same thing 60 and 60. and you get the exact same thing as the 120 bundle. You just get it quicker.
Interesting. What about the rare one, though? I mean, the epic one with the 12 times 1,000 VIP points. Is that one worth? I mean, that one's not either, really.
Let me walk into it quick.
Yeah, you guys know I'm not going to be mathing. Like, leave it to these nerds to do the math on this one. But definitely the uncommon, going ahead and spending 2 of those is better than saving for the rare as far as your VIP and your extra stuff.
All right, so it looks like they upped the amount for the 300. You actually get just over double what the 120 is, but you're also paying just over double of what the 120. So 120 double would be 240 of those coils, but you're doing what, 2.4 per or more, 2 times 4, and you're getting. Yeah, it's 2.5 basically. Is if you multiply the rare bundle by 2.5, that's what you're going to get out of the epic for about 2.5 more coils. And if you're free to play, you're looking at only getting 20 per plasma lab, and that's what.
Not to mention the time investment that you're not upgrading a plasma. You're not maybe upgrading a building, and especially for events when you use those plasma for building. Sometimes that's kind of a. Yeah, I agree with you. I would say that going for the uncommon is probably the best bet. Maz is like, oh man, I'm going to have to listen to this again and take notes. So all of you guys that really want to take notes, message Mako on Discord. He's going to get spammed. Like, question, what do you think about this strategy?
Just wait till you guys have a stream on Throwdown, because you've seen my tirade on Discord.
Well, let's do Throwdown too. We can go through Throwdown because we're actually having Throwdown, so that might be a good one after we talk all about plasma, because we can't spend the whole time talking about plasma. But Mako does have a very good like strategic Throwdown thing that he typed up one time, like how to make sure that you're getting, as a free to play player, hitting that what is it? Now we moved it to 1,600, but it used to be 1,100, wasn't it?
1,600 is max points, and you get 11 general gold fragments, and I have never missed a 1,600 yet.
Let me switch my account because I don't
want to show. It's all about your point management.
I can't show LOL and see where we're at on Throwdown, but I can change it to the other one and show you guys. LOL's got too many secrets. D 5, 6 are full. Oh, so we do have 5. We have 5 stars. Halo faces.
That's what Sim was saying. But we were at the bunker and I was looking around and like, you know, a lot of the usual characters that are spenders, you know, I didn't really see where they were at, you know, unless they did it after the facility. You know, because it was just like, all right, you know, there were, you know, the people that I thought would be 5-star weren't. So,
well, I know like Colo is 5-star HQ, but he's got like only one troop building is 5-star. So, yeah,
it's to get the full is a lot. It's just a lot, you know. I mean, and I was a person that I still am a person who has a ton of resources, and it was like, you know, I had over 4 billion of just about every type. And I, you know, just what I had in, you know, just my regular reserves, you know, just out open packs. And when I did everything, I went down considerably. I was like, you know, I was down to like 1 billion. So it took like 2.2, but there was also a pretty good capital in there that I was using, a lot of heals and stuff like that. So that could have also chipped into it. I feel like healing has gotten a lot more expensive.
Heal takes a lot of resources. It's ridiculous.
I feel like it's gotten aggressive.
Has it gotten more aggressive? Like, you think it's gone up, the price of healing?
Especially with gas. Like I have right now, I have a ton. I have more gas than I could probably ever use. But when I go through a capital and go start healing, I'm down like, okay, I got old packs now.
Yeah. It's up there. It's up there. You know, I don't know if they changed it or what the deal was. Maybe that was part of the, all right, we'll keep the free heals, but you're going to pay for it kind of thing in reserves. So it's just like, wow, you know, because I chipped away, you know, considering that I never thought I would ever have to worry about reserves at all. it chipped away a lot at what I had, and I still have a ton. I mean, if I opened everything, I'd probably have over 12 billion. You know, it's just like, it's just an insane number, you know, considering I have nothing basically left to do. It was just an insane number of reserves. So I was just like, wow, oh, hey, I put a dent in it, more than a dent. And it was the fact that I went from like 4 and 5 plasma in about a span of 48 hours during, what was it? To get was it alpha skin? No, to get the newest skin, basically.
Hello, Iva Poba. Thanks for joining. Poby. Iva Poby. And then Charles Espinoza. He must be in law. I don't know who that is in law, but he's in law. He said that takes time, though. Has anyone figured out money-wise the difference between being 4-star and going to 5-star? And Sin said it's the equivalent of going to 1 to 3. Is that right? Does that seem right?
Can I give the delete answer?
Yes.
Give the delete answer? The difference is 16 digits. I'm just going to throw that out there.
16 digits.
Right. 16.
Yeah. Me and Mako might hit 5 stars in like 2 years, maybe. I don't know.
It's not.
Hey,
It's credit card. That's the difference right there.
I've learned a lot from delete.
What were you going to say, Mako?
I made the joke during the anniversary event when we got those 16 free Chief Gear designs that I might hit my first purple Chief Gear by 15th anniversary. So we're already beating that because they started adding them as rewards now.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is nice.
Definitely changed my focus on events. Now I'm saving just for those because there's no other way to get them.
Yeah, and that was a new thing too, like with the Kamut event, like we'd never seen those go free anywhere. So I think it was when Finn was like, what do I spend these on? We were like, Gare, get those tactical maps, like those things that are free. And Finn and I were just talking about it, like as far as the stores, like what he needs to be saving bios for, or any of the store, the ones that have specialty currency, like the state warfare stuff, the plasma cores, like those. I don't know if, honestly, they are worth it, though, compared to the other stuff. But I know if you're free to play, what do you think?
Honestly, I would save your bios for the tactical gear maps because they cost 900 bio caps in that store, and they come very rarely.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I set my alarm every 8 hours. Every 8 hours, I'm doing my daily infected, and I'm getting about 30, 40 plasma cores a day. So, and it's just, like I said, it's all time management. You got to know when to get on and when to do your stuff if you want to actually do it.
I need to set my alarm every 8 hours.
40.
Because, Intel resets every 8 hours. So once it resets, you go in, rock them out in 10 seconds, 30 seconds, however long it takes to march. And then set your alarm again. 7 hours, 59 minutes. Here we go. Get some more plasma cores and fragments.
Like that? Do you set your alarms like that?
I don't set my intels for that because if I remember correctly, you get one set of intels that roll over. So you don't have to do like exactly 8 hours. I am on all the time though, since I work from home and it's just open. But
I have seen though, it only rolls over if you do one intel. So like if you log in, you do one of the explorers where you get the troops. And then just leave it, it'll respawn the next set in the 8 hours. You don't have to do them. Because I've seen that, like, my alt account, I've let it lapse the last week or two. And you'll get the one set if you haven't done anything. But if you'd even do one intel mission, then it resets all 8 missions again. Or 10 missions, whatever it is.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think it only carries over, I think it does 10, and it'll carry over 8.
Yep. Because I think it's like random or something. You get the 2 explorer ones that give you troops, and then you get the actual explorer missions where you get fragments, and then it fills it in with infected.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty much doing them when they pop up. Not exactly 8 hours though, because sometimes I'll wait towards the end of the 8 hour period. So I'll do one set, and I know how much time I have, and then I'll let the reset happen. So within like a span of 2 hours, I'll get 2 sets of intels done. But yeah, I'm pretty much doing every 8 hour block.
Yeah, Mako, he's actually also planning out like when he's about to cross over into like breaking through to like another intel level will reset the intel. So I saw Finn was actually kind of on that too, or like even he was maximizing when he actually used his experience. His
Yep.
XP, his chief XP, so this way he could refill his stamina, and max that as well. Because I've actually done that where it's like, I'll have full full stamina, and next thing you know, I'm doing, I'm like raising my chief gear level, and I'm like, I forgot I get extra or whatever, because you can bang out an extra, 8 level 5 infectives, or bang out like a plague zone. I actually, that was another thing. Plague zones have gotten a lot better with rewards, which is nice. I feel like the amount of hero gear parts that you can pull from that, because for my hero gear, I didn't want to buy another pack because A, the hero gear is extremely expensive. B, it took a lot of time. And then it was like right there, close. So I just burned through, I think it was 480 XP boxes to go ahead and get my last piece of hero gear. And that was nice. That was a nice gift from the game. And not even a gift, just like a loyalty kind of part where you've been on so long and you've just been collecting these crates and not using them. And now we finally given you something that you can actually use them and actually complete something with, which was nice.
Delete, you said Spamina.
Oh, I have been saying Spamina since day one.
Once she picked that out, she said Spamina. Ha! That's a Finn-ism. We've been using a lot of Finn-isms lately. Since he joined the game, he's like, why is it called Stamina when it's a can of Spam? It should be Spamina. So now we all just call it Spamina. And it's
punchy,
grabby, punchy, stabby, shooties.
So
You're muted, Finn. You're muted.
Wait, I need to know where the grabby hand. The grabby hands are the intels. They're not the heroes. There are no grabby heroes, right? Let's not start casting aspersions on any of the heroes. None of the heroes are grabby. There are grabby intel and troops, and then you have the grabby hand intel.
I would like to actually change the grabby hand name to the hand that Finn needs to use to get into a Welch's fruit snack to pull one out. You got collapse your hand into a way where you can sneak it in there when there's only about
And if you don't know what Delete is talking about, Welch's Fruit Snacks, berries and cherries, my favorite flavor of all, made with real fruit. So don't forget, if you want a good snack made with real fruit, Welch's Fruit Snacks, berries and cherries, one day I will be sponsored by them.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I set up and he puts them down.
I'm gonna be sponsored by Carmex. One day I'm gonna get them on board. I've already sent them tons of messages. So the stream is pretty laggy. I apologize, guys. Again, it's my computer. I'm going to call the Nerd Squad out here to work on it. Finn did some tweaking to it earlier, and it didn't really do a whole lot, so we'll see.
for your chief experience, there is a fine line for that. Because I did that. As I would level up just to get a full bar of stamina to do whatever I wanted. But then you got to start running when you get into the higher HQ and building levels. Those talent points are really nice.
Yep.
So I went up. I think it was when I got the second builder. I was like, yeah, I don't really need extra stamina at the moment. I need to pump up because we were fighting wall back then for Cal. Like we were talking earlier, QJ used to make us go, all right, only T9, T10, you're in. I was like, well, I got to get some T9s then. So all my talent points, put them in the construction speed as far as that talent tree will go, and started rocking out buildings. So
I hate that the game does that. I hate how the game, because at the level we're at today in 125, we had probably our best facility fight to date, a regular facility fight. It was the top three alliances going at it, like just going full on, full bore attack. And the game now is extremely penal, where, you know, as a rally leader, you know, I actually take a significant amount of damage. You know, I feel like I'm almost taking more wounded than someone else in the rally, which is crazy. You know, I'm a 5-star troop player, and I guess it's kind of a checks and balances. So this way I just can't continually reload and be a battering ram. You know, it's got to deal out some punishment to me, so that way it's effective that way. But after one hit against I think I'm the number 2 player in our state. And after one hit, I was in war talents, and to heal my entire army was 5 days. That's just an incredible amount of damage to be taking in one shot, for a report that was just, so close. I think it was like 358,000 wounded to 318,000 wounded. It was, that report was just crazy. And the difference really is, in our state, because we're so close to being max in just about everything, that it is talent points. Where you put your talent points is extremely, extremely important. And then the second thing, which is really kind of the difference at this point, I would say, from consistent wins to consistent losing, is the amount of plasma you have in your rally. And, it kind of leaves people that don't have plasma out of the game, and now that there's 5 levels of plasma, it's, you're kind of really restricting a lot of the people that play. You can't just, you have 100 people in your alliance, only 20 of them are plasma. You can't tell 80 people that they just can't take part and they got to watch and click help, So we were doing it where it was like, all right, initial rally, let's get strongest first, see if you can win it. And then after that, anything goes. If you're fast enough to get in there, get in there. If you're not, you're not. There was no restrictions. So this way, the alliance gets to play. You got to keep enough people interested in playing. You can't just be like, all right, we got our 20 people that matter, and everybody else is kind of, cannon fodder. It's I don't agree with that that stance. And personally, I just don't feel like I want to do that to go ahead and win. Win at all costs. I just, I don't see it. Which is why my favorite event is Reservoir Raid, because then you can just go out there, you got your account, and just crush, and then be right there and just have everyone involved,
Yeah.
Because one alliance versus one alliance, and every piece has to be active and moving. But even then, it's only 30 players. So, but yeah, my little rant on that.
No, I agree with you. Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Okay, good. No, I agree with you about the Reservoir Raid thing. It's probably the best event as far as like just allowing everybody to play. Maybe not on an equal level, but at least everybody can enjoy it and have fun and not worry so much about whether or not they should or shouldn't do something. They're just having a good time. I agree with that. So I was going to pull up 5K
And there's really
play.
no downside to it either.
Yeah, there's no repercussions to it other than how much rewards you get,
Yeah.
but that's just a bonus. That's not a punishment.
People can go in there that aren't not like myself. I'm not really a fighting. I'm just the one who joins the race and help.
Yep.
But I go into RR and I'm gonna unload 5 marches on this guy, and I'm gonna have 17 days worth of wounded. They're gonna
That's
be
fine.
back out of the hospital in an hour.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Also,
How do you kill 200 troops? A raid and go bananas, because as soon as it's over, great.
oh my gosh, Finn, I think it's laggy too much, honey. It's all red.
I got it. Yep. Give me a minute.